Welcome back to Tag Happy VR. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate those views, those likes, those comments, and especially those subscriptions. Okay, I'm very much a small channel at the moment, and the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I can begin to monetize my hobby. Okay, so if you do like my content, don't forget to subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Anyway, we're here today to check out guided Tai Chi. Okay, which I think the same developers did do, guided meditation VR. Let's jump into guided Tai Chi and work out whether this one should be a part of your collection. Welcome to a guided Tai Chi. This is the interface. Very basic menu system. I love it. I've got a little sneaky one behind us there, explore. And as you kind of sit in here long enough, the scenery changes, and the scenery you get to see are the different ones you get to kind of play in, relax in, meditate, do your guided Tai Chi in. Okay, now you kind of got your tutorial, your flow, your arcade, and the world tour, and then options. Okay, let's just quickly jump into options here. Show foot markers. So when you're looking straight ahead, which you're going to see in a moment, you can either have the feet markers kind of floating in front of you to help aid you. You've got invert vibration, enable vibration, show teachers. They're kind of the holographic gurus, Tai Chi masters. You got your show arcade score, show arcade timer, show flow timer. Not sure what flow timer is. Haven't played with that, to be honest. Teacher faces forward in the direction that you're facing. So if they lift the left hand, you lift your left hand, etc. Okay, show hand models when hand tracking. So if you're not using your controllers and using just your hand tracking, you can kind of have your hands in front of you. Show hand orbs, lines and levels. Now, to be honest, man, I play with that turning it on and off. I get so confused. I feel like it doesn't do anything. It must do something, but I just get so confused working out when that's applicable. I think it's only applicable for when you're using hand tracking, to be honest. But then I don't know. And you can also make your Guardian mode smaller if you want to as well. There's a bit of a hand tracking video there, but it's the traditional Oculus MetaQuest hand tracking method. And I've turned the environment volume down, the music volume down, and the voiceover volume down as well, just so that my voice comes over and above. But typically I would definitely have the environment a bit higher and the music a tad higher. Cool, let's select on the back here. Now the difference between flow and arcade is flow, you go in, you think you got about 20 different options, you have to kind of count through to work that out. You select one of your options about 5 minutes long, and then you select on the environment that you kind of want to jump into. Okay, you got a random option there as well. Whereas arcade, just going back, you go into the style of Tai Chi, and then you select on the music. And then you select, okay, on where you want to be. And I believe arcade mode has a point system. I haven't really played with that, to be honest. Some people might find that interesting, kind of keeping points and tabs and things like that. I personally want to be jumping into this app to have the most relaxing experience ever. Yes, if I get better at Tai Chi, if this is legitimate Tai Chi, I don't know. I think it is, to be honest, okay? Well then, yes, having some sort of ranking system, point system to kind of tell you if you're better or worse as you are evolving would be nice, okay? Personally, I'm not at that point. I'm very much a beginner in all of this, so I'm talking about this from a beginner's point of view, okay? And how I like it, okay? And then we kind of got World Tour. World Tours, you got your 15-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute sessions. As an example, 60 minutes will give you 12 5-minute sessions, okay? And as you go between your different sessions, the environment changes, things like that. Let's just hit the back and go back to the main menu. Now, behind us is Explore. Explore is nothing more than you go into an environment that you select and you just do your own Tai Chi. It's like you are the master at that point. You know your own Tai Chi and you just go in there to do that, or you could just go in there to sit down. Okay, and we're going to take a quick look at that a bit later on. Now, there's no point in me showing flow and arcade, okay? So I'm just going to kind of go in and show flow. Okay, so under flow, we're going to go, let's jump through here. Essence, okay? And these are some of the, without counting, I don't know how many there are, okay, but these are some of the different environments that you can plug into. There's quite a few that you can definitely select from, similar to guided meditation. I can't remember which one has more or less. Okay, and there are definitely some that are the same between both. Now, if I remember correctly, the environments in guided Tai Chi are actually a little bit more better crafted than guided meditation. Okay, so let's just come out of here. You got the chests, forests, mountains, all the caves, dolphin, lost falls, Sierra Grande, crystal peaks. Okay, now we're starting to circle around. Okay, let me quickly find one, that Jade Forest. Okay, let's just go into that. Now, when we boot up into the lesson, the game, okay, you can either, you got hand tracking, which I will talk about in a moment. Okay, you want to kind of center yourself. I'm not going to walk on top of that because I don't feel like that's centered to my play area, those feet anyway. Let's just hit the center button. Okay, it's brought me back a little bit. Okay, cool. Hit the triggers to begin. Now, you got these orbs in front of you. Okay, now, as far as I'm aware, you can't get rid of these orbs. Just quickly. Let's just get this going. Let's just have a quick look at this.
With a clear mind and open heart, let's get started.
Okay, so there's orbs down here, there's orbs in my hand, and the orbs in my hand has to follow the orbs down there, okay? As well as follow... Now, when you don't follow the orbs long enough for the first time, it's going to say, look, your arm's not long enough, blah, 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 do you want to calibrate? And I'm just going to go, yes, okay, I'm just going to make my arms real short here. Okay, purely because I'm in a tight space, and I recommend a bigger space. You really need to fully stretch out. Okay, so you got the orbs in my hands, the orbs down there. Once they go inside of there, music starts. As soon as your hands fall out of there, the music stops. Okay.
Connect your
now,
breath
if you
with
were just
your
wanting to
movement.
jump in here and kind of relax, having music cut in and out every time your hand, any hand, let's say, comes in and out of that orb, is really, really frustrating. And there's no way to turn that off. Okay, which is real. It's to a point where it's just like you just might as well not have the music on at all and play some of your own music in the background. Okay. I think they've done it to identify that, hey, look, you need to refocus down on your hands and your orbs, etc. Okay, but this is kind of where it gets problematic for me and a lot of other people reviewing or playing or, going through this the guided Tai Chi application.
Be mindful of your posture.
There's so much going on that you don't feel like you're relaxing in any sense. The music cuts in and out when you don't follow the orbs. Okay. You're then having to move your eyes from that up to the guide in front of you, up to the footwork in front of you as well. Now, you can turn that footwork off, which is great. Okay, having it there is, being able to turn it off is good and having to turn it on. Okay, I like that. Okay, you can then, whatever you like, you get to choose. Okay, personally, it would be nice if I didn't have any orbs in my hand, didn't have any orbs to follow, and I could just follow the tutor in front of me, the guide, the guru, the master, the hologram man in front of me.
Presence.
Okay, as a beginner, I just want to jump in here. I want to listen to a bit of relaxing music. I want to listen to the scenery, the 3D sounding scenery around me. Okay, I don't want to feel like I'm forever having to look down, look up, look up, look down, look up, look left and right.
Breathe
to be able to do this
nose,
without being distracted by the music cutting in and out, as an example. Okay, now when the guide's hands go up to his head level, we're going to see it in a sec, you can see through the head, which is fantastic. Okay, as soon as it goes to his body, which has got the clothes, even though you can see through his body, you can't actually see his hands. That's really annoying. So it would be good to be able to kind of follow his hands along the place at the same time. Okay. So that's kind of like my interpretation of these events. I feel like it's not easy to pick up. It's hard to pick up in the parameters that they've given you. Okay, and once you've picked it up, a lot of people say, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, it's easy, it's good, etc. Okay, but you got to get through that learning stage first, those levels of frustration, okay, of feeling clunky and having to focus way too hard, to kind of get to those better levels to then start enjoying this. And a lot of reviews online are saying that, and I'm also having that same feeling and sensation as well. Now, getting back to these orbs momentarily here, let's just go back to the main menu. Options, show hands, orbs, and lines in level. Okay. Back, flow, motivate. Cool, let's just select another scenery because we can, and I want to show you different ones. Let's just go into this one. Cool.
Centering
So we're in.
and starting.
So the orbs are still here. I think that feature of turning the orbs off, etc., is completely for hand tracking. Okay, and as you notice, if you don't get the orbs long enough, it then goes back into it tells you to recalibrate. Okay, once you've done that, you don't have to worry about it. Just to let you know. Okay, but that's another scenery here.
Enjoy
okay,
the slow,
and I'll tell you what.
calm breath.
Let's just follow through just a little bit. I'm following the guide in front of me as much as I can. Cool. I'm gonna look down. I'm fully out of those orbs, man. Okay, just so you know, once you're out there, the music stops.
Focus on your feet and their connection to the earth.
Back out of the orbs, music would have stopped. Okay, so I now have to focus on the orbs to make sure my hands stay in front of the orbs. Now, my attention is now diverted away from just following the overall movements of the instructor.
Feel the springiness in your legs.
Now, I can see his feet from where I am, but I can't see, I don't know. As soon as I looked up at the instructor, my hands went out of the orbs. Remember, every time your hands go out these orbs, the music cuts in and out. Okay, so my recommendation would be to just turn the music off and play your own. That's the way around it.
No thought.
Now, when I'm just following the instructor and not even thinking about the orbs, not even thinking about that foot position up top, so I can see the instructor in front of me, would be cool to see his hands at the moment.
Smooth and soft movement.
I'm feeling relaxed, okay? I'm a bit distracted with these orbs in my hands, to be honest. Alright, anyway, yeah, I feel like you're getting the gist of how this plays out and some workarounds.
Allowing
if you feel
it
like
to gently
it's
happen.
frustrating. Okay, let's just quickly get out of here. Let's go back to the main menu. Now, you don't need to see Arcade and World Tour now. It's pretty much what I've done, but just on repeat with different environments and movements and music and things like that. Let's just quickly jump into Explore. Before we do that, Options. Now, just so you know, as you move your controller around that interface, nothing lights up. I want invert vibration. Got it. Alright, I want show flow timer. 3 attempts to get that. Now, calibrate arms. It lights up. Your controller vibrates to imply that that's what you're getting on. I don't know why the rest of this interface doesn't do that. Such a simple fix. Okay, and it's little things like that kind of let it down a little bit. Okay, let's just go into Explore here. What am I doing? Background this side. Okay, when you go into Explore, let's just select on these. Let's not think too much about these locations. The goal is just to show you some locations. Okay, there's nothing. Just so you know, it's just you now with your controls that move around, and it's very distracting. Okay, I don't know why. It's just would be good just to be able to have even just your hands, like holographic hands or no hands in front of you, okay, without having these lines. Now, I could imagine some people would like that. Okay, that's fine, keep it there, but give us the option to turn some of these things off. Okay, let's get back out of here. Let's go next environment. I mean, in a nutshell, the issues I have, the biggest one is the music, cutting in and out with the orbs, and not allowing us to turn those orbs off or what's in our hands off. Okay, that's the two very, very simple things. Of course, this is another environment here. Back out of there, next environment. Got your little space environment. Okay, I mean, they're clean. They're not the best out there. Okay, but they're definitely clean, and you can definitely tell a lot of thought has gone into these. And to be honest, it's cleaner than the guided meditation, if I remember correctly. And if you sit here long enough, you will start to see things run on loop. Okay, but I've tried to do it a couple of times. It's a little challenging, I think they've done a good job with kind of just making the scene just feel like it's real and is moving through, time is natural. Here we go. There's just some more locations that you can kind of jump into, which is very, very cool. And we'll do one more. Cool, here we go. There's another one here as well. Okay. Got the snow falling down around us. We're on a frozen lake. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. Okay, now, this game is apparently hand tracking. Okay, let's just put my controllers out to the side. Apparently the hand tracking. Okay, and this would work so well for just using your hands. Like, just that concept. Okay, I've done this in a darker room, a lighter room, this room. With the light on. I've been in other rooms, the lights off, lights are on, off, curtains closed, open. Okay, just to kind of rule out where the issues are. Okay, now, if I lift my left hand up, the pointer doesn't even face the interface. Okay, let's pull my other hand up, pinch to bring the pointer in. Now, the pointer is coming out of my wrist. Okay, that's fine. At least it's, it would be cool if it was coming out of my hand forward, because that's what I was trying to do to begin with. At least I have it facing forward, okay? It's pointing at flow, it's not selecting flow. Till that goes white. Now it's just terrible. Hand track, don't even bother. I can't even select this. Now if I point my hand towards me and pinch, okay, it brings up the Oculus menu now, right? Now check this out. Pinch. Worked. It worked straight on the Oculus menu. Boom. Up. Cool. Pinch, it worked. Okay, so the issue is not with hand tracking on the Quest interface, okay? The issue is whoever's implemented it on the guided Tai Chi they've done a half-assed job. Really, they've done a half-assed. There's no, it's just, check that out. Boom, Oculus menu, come back down. What do we got? Done, worked. As you can see, it's working on the main interface, not inside of this particular game. Anyway, that was guided Tai Chi. Okay, I'll see you on the outside for a final quick little catch up.
There we go. That was guided Tai Chi. Do you like it? Do you want to get it? Do you have it? Do you like meditation apps? Leave some comments below. Let me know. Let the community know. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm sure some of them would love to hear from you as well. Now, overall, I have a love-hate relationship with this particular app. Okay, in some sense, they get it so right. In other sense, it's exceptionally frustrating. Okay, now when you read the reviews and somebody says they've been doing it for some time, etc., 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 they say it's great. Okay, and that's the general consensus. And the other general consensus is if you're new to this application, okay, it's frustrating and annoying. Okay, it feels like there is a massive learning curve, which I don't think should be in place for a meditation app to begin with, because the whole point of meditation is to relax and just kind of go with your own flow, at your own pace, and kind of build it up, not to kind of be told, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong, okay? And as much as the app doesn't explicitly state you're doing anything wrong, okay, it does kind of make you feel like that, okay? And the biggest culprit in that regards is when your hands fall out of those orbs, the music stops. The music stops, it's saying you're doing it wrong, your hands are out of the orbs, and it directs your focus away from the guided Tai Chi back to where are my hands right now. They're obviously not in the exact space that they want me to be in. Put them back in there, and then you focus back on those orbs, and then you kind of forget, because you're extremely focused on the orbs, of what the guide is doing in front of you, and you go back up, you look at the guide, okay, you look at the footwork, and the next thing you know, your hands are falling back out of the orbs, the music stops, so you look back down, you put them back in, and it's just kind of like a cycle of repeatedness, okay, and it's really, really annoying, okay. I like the fact that you can turn the guide on and off, and the footwork on and off, okay. What you can't turn on and off though are the orbs, and what you can't turn on and off is the function of the music cutting in and out when your hands fall in and out of that. Now, if they could just get rid of the whole music thing and just have it so you could just have the music playing 100% all the time as an option, regardless of where your hands are, that a big chunk of that would be resolved, done, okay? The other thing would be, it would be really cool if you could just turn off those orbs, okay? I don't feel like it's a complicated update to do in that regard. You've already got the orbs there. Have a feature where they just don't load onto that program at that given time. That's it. That are kind of the two biggest issues with this particular experience, okay? But you don't get into it and just feel relaxed. You get into it and you start to get stressed, okay? Which defeats the whole purpose of a meditation style of app, okay? No, there's two more issues on top of those two issues, okay? The third issue is in the menu system. It's a small issue. When you are pointing around, you know, it doesn't identify where and what you're selecting on, and it's kind of a guesswork, and sometimes you select the wrong thing, you're going to find out you're going to untick that and then tick the one you want. That's a little annoying. Would be good is everywhere you pointed, it just kind of highlighted what you're selecting. Okay, the fourth issue, which is super annoying, and just don't even think about it if you were to purchase this game, this application, is the hand tracking. The implementation of hand tracking is awful. It literally is the worst hand tracking experience I've ever had on the MetaQuest platform, hands down. And it blows my mind that they've implemented it and it's just like that. And I'm not the only one saying that and having those issues, okay? You jump online, you look at the reviews, other people are having these issues I'm talking about, other people are having these frustrations, etc. Okay, insofar as what's good about it, you have a good selection of music, you have a good selection of Tai Chi, you have a good selection of environments, you have a very basic interface to navigate, and a very beautiful looking interface as well. And the graphics, they're not the best on the Quest, but they're pretty damn good. They're good enough to get the job done, okay? And they're better than the Guided Meditation VR, okay, as well, which is bizarre because sometimes they share the same environment, but the Tai Chi one's better than the Guided Meditation one. Don't know what's going on there. Okay, so there's the love section of this, what I like, and there's the hate section, okay? Now, I've had this particular application now for quite some time, and I jump into it every now and then to see if any updates have rolled through, and they haven't done hardly any updates, which is really, really disappointing, okay? And I feel like if they'd done the updates and they kind of looked at and gave feedback of general consensus from the public interacting with this application, I feel like they could have just ironed some of those issues out by now, and I feel like a lot of their reviews would be, I mean, they got a chunk of positive reviews, but I feel like a lot of these negative reviews would turn positive as well. Okay, and I just don't know when or if they're ever going to do any more updates to this particular application. I hope so. Okay, so insofar as owning this app, I'm on the fence. I'm 50-50, okay? However, if in 1 to 2 years' time, no more updates have rolled through for it, the hand tracking's still just as bad, etc., and the issue of the whole music cutting in and out of the orbs, if none of that's kind of rectified or given us the option to kind of, you know, move past, I would be very disappointed that I purchased this application, okay? So if you're on the fence or whatever, just look at some other reviews. This is my honest opinion on this particular application. It kind of breaks my heart that I'm talking about it in this way. Like I said, I got this love-hate relationship. Anyway, I'm Tag Happy VR. Thanks for stopping by. This is guided Tai Chi on the MetaQuest 2 platform. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.